Good morning. This will be my weekly recap and plan ahead for Apple. If you remember from my previous video, this was a green support zone. I mentioned in the video that if price action did gap down below it or break through it, it'll likely be a nice little cascade effect, breakdown, whatever the case may be. Just like this last time over here when it broke down, had a nice opportunity for continued move down lower. Now that we've had a very similar setup, we can look for some possible short entries, especially now that price action is below my significant moving averages. But first things first, Thursday did not have a nice, did have a nice little breakdown here off of the open. Put in what looked like it was going to be a continuation breakdown, so I took some 155 puts here on this break of 155.20. I got in at 80 and out at 80 once I knew that I was wrong. For those of you that like to take trades and simply double your size, move your stop loss, blah, 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 Scuba Steve, this is for you. When you're wrong, you get out of a trade, you take your loss, and you move on, you wait. There's no point in putting any more money at risk because once it starts going against you, you really don't know how far it's going to go. Now going forward into Friday, did test this area again, provided proof that this is actually a resistance. Let me adjust some of my spelling here. And provided a nice little opportunity there later on in the day. Once it put in that resistance, a lower low, and broke down below VWAP, I took a trade here in some 157.5 puts, got in at 51 here on my initial entry, came down. I was wanting to see what would happen around these two wicks down here. As it turns out, put in a consolidation, not even the slightest hint that it was going to bounce, and added on that breakdown below 156, call it 70. Got in at 80 cents again, and closed out at the end of the day at 143. Overall, ended up being a very nice trade there, very, very profitable. And now I'm looking forward to Monday. Now that price action has broken below this zone here, same zone that's over here, basically from 158.5 all the way down to around 156.80-ish is going to be a lot of technical sellers. If price action gaps up through there, same thing that happened on Thursday will probably happen. Gap up above will start to bring in some buyers. Any bears that are left in the trade will have to cover and probably see some all-time highs again. But that's just speculation at this point. I'm only going to trade price that is on the chart, and this is going to be my plan for that. First of all, if price action gaps up and moves within this area, I will be looking for a short entry anywhere from 157.80 all the way up here to around 159.70. That is a $2 range. Just because I want to have a resistance entry in that area, I'm not just going to put an order in there. I'm going to wait. I'm going to see what price action shows me and look for a proper sell setup with a good risk reward ratio for a move lower. If price action opens up flat, within this range down here, I will be looking for a resistance entry at 156.5 roughly, possibly even all the way up to around 157. So that's going to be a nice tight trade right there. If price action gaps back down and starts to test a move below this 155, I will definitely look for a breakdown trade below 155. Any trigger into a lot of these trades, target's going to be around 155 unless this 155 does break, at which point my next target will be 150. That does seem very far away. It is not impossible. It's definitely within reach. As you can see, last time this broke from call it 157-ish, it came all the way down $7 more. So now we've gotten in a lower high. You can reasonably expect at least a test of this support at 150, maybe even a new lower low, maybe a test here at this 200 SMA. This will be my trade plan for Monday. Good luck.